What's up, YouTube? It's the Real 2K Academy, back with another video. As I promised, I'm going to go through the 2-3 zone defense in a bit more detail. We're going to go into a scrimmage with the Toronto Raptors 2019 championship team. Pretty good defense against a team with many weapons, Brooklyn Nets, the current Brooklyn Nets. And I'm basically going to show you guys exactly how to run this 2-3 zone, how it's most effective. There's two different schemes to it. I'm going to show you both of them. And I just want to start off by saying, if you notice my team, the Raptors, Kawhi Leonard, Siakam, and Gasol. For the 2-3 zone, it's key that you have a decent center. When I say decent, I mean defensively. So you're talking shot blocking, just a big guy being able to wall up, because he's going to be protecting the paint at all times in the 2-3 zone. You also are going to want to have good defensive power forward and small forward. So you're going to want two good forwards defensively. Kawhi Leonard and Siakam, they're going to be your corners. You don't really care as much about the point guard and the shooting guard in the 2-3 zone in terms of their defensive capabilities. If they're good defenders, that's more of a bonus. But as you see here, we have Danny Green and Kyle Lowry. That's going to be more of a bonus. So we're really going to be focused up on having good defenders in the forwards and the center position. So I'm going to go ahead and start the scrimmage. Again, I'm using my settings. You can go look at my previous video just for the best possible gameplay. Now what I want to do here is just foul quickly. So first things first, we're going to take a look at the defensive settings that you want to have for your 2-3 zone. Your on-ball pressure and off-ball pressure must always be on smother and deny. Always. This makes it so that anytime a player runs into the vicinity of a zone, that he's going to try to keep the ball out of his hands at least while he's in the zone. Now again, with the 2-3 zone, the computers do not play this well. You're going to have to do a lot of off ball in order to keep guys in proper positions. But you still want to have these up to get the best possible coverage. So we're going to have on-ball pressure on smother, off-ball pressure on deny. We're going to always force baseline. And you'll see why. When I get into the video, you're going to see why. But you always want to force baseline. And everything else, you can pretty much keep how it is. Your transition defense is pretty much going to go in regards to who you're playing against. You're playing against a team like the Milwaukee Bucks, where you know that they're gonna drive it in. You got Giannis, you got other guys, so they're gonna drive it in. But you're gonna want to wall up. If you're playing this team that I'm playing against, the Brooklyn Nets, because they have so much shooters that can shoot in transition, we're gonna go no threes. So these are pretty much your settings. You just want to do transition defense, and up at the top you're going to want to do on-ball, off-ball pressure, deny ball, and smother. And you're always going to want to force baseline. Right? So I'm going to get into the schemes and how we're going to run this 2-3 zone. So first things first, I'm going to explain to you basically how to defend different points of attack. What I want to first do is I'm going to put this slide up here, and you're going to see I have illustrated the different zones on the court as well as which buttons correspond to them. As you can see, your forwards are square and triangle, your guards are X and circle, your center's obviously L2. We don't really use him like that because he basically protects the paint at all times. So what we're trying to protect is the three-point area. Let the big control the paint, and you try to take away three-point looks. If they force a mid-range shot, or if they force a bad three-pointer shot, or if they drive down to your center and they force a bad shot there, that's fine. But we're going to try to take away open three-point looks, which is why I'm specifically going against the Brooklyn Nets. Now, there's basically 3 points of attack an offense can make towards your defense. Either they're going to drive baseline or they're going to drive middle, kick to the corner, or they're going to drive baseline and kick to the corner. We use the forwards to take away those. What we do is we use the forwards, which are triangle and square, and we take away the corners, which means we take away the baseline drive and we take away the corner passes. The second point of attack is they can try to shoot top of the arc 3-point shots. In that case, we're going to use our guards. We're going to use our guards if we see them leaning towards that type of gameplay where they're trying to get guys open at the top of the arc. We're going to use our guards and take those away. And then aside from that, you can drive right down the middle. In that case, they're meeting up with your center. This is why I say you have to use a decent center, because he should be able to cover that. Anybody driving in the middle, he should be 2 steps away, and he should be able to cover that. So I'm gonna take this slide down. You guys can go ahead and screenshot it if you need it. It is something you're gonna have to have memorized, because like I said, you do need to be able to switch through all 5 players. However, I'm showing you how to target specific areas depending on how they're playing. Right? So we drop into the 2-3 zone. Right away, what do? We use the corners, triangle, square. I get the quick steal, I give them back the ball. But we're gonna be on triangle and square. We're gonna use our forwards, take away those corners. That's typically where most people go to right away, especially online. They try to get that baseline drive. I'm just gonna use her square and triangle, and that's gonna take away that baseline drive. And if they happen to drive to the middle, they're gonna have no passes in the corner because you're gonna be in the corner. They won't be able to take the shot against your big. They're gonna look to kick it out, and your corners will be there. I'm gonna show you again. Square and triangle. Use your forwards. Force them to make plays at the top of the key. When they start doing that, that's when you switch to your guards. Force them to make plays at the top of the key. You see that? You're forcing them to make plays at the top of the key because they can't do anything baseline or in the corners, because I'm using my forwards in the 2-3 zone, triangle and square. We're gonna see it again here. Okay, so this time I should have went over to the square guy a little bit quicker, but I didn't. He still misses the shot because Kawhi has a good closeout. But you see where they're trying to attack. They're trying to attack the corner, so that's why we're using square and triangle. Force them to attack the top of the arc. You want them up there, right up there. That's where you want them. Let them work against your guards for a bit. If they try, like I said, if they get down the middle, look who's there, Marc Gasol. If it's Kyrie and he's gonna make that type of shot, you're gonna have to give it to him. But you should have a guy who could shot block a little bit better than Marc Gasol when you're running the 2-3 zone. I'm basically showing you with the Raptors because they have amazing forwards for defense, and that's kind of what I'm focusing on first. As you can see, they're gonna have to attack some other way. They're not gonna be able to go to the corners at all. No corner threes, no baseline drives. It's all shut down. Once again, we're dropping into the zone. We're using our forwards. Get that steal. So I think it's just a habit because it's an easy place to work out of. Guys like to go baseline. They like to go corners. You shut that down early. Shut it down early. Force them to work out of the top of the arc. And when they get comfortable there, you switch it up on them. So see, they're trying to go corners. I'm there. Give them back the ball. You guys see how this works. You guys see how you can take away baseline drives and corner 3-pointer opportunities, which are probably 2 of the most overpowered things. You see how you can take it away by simply using the triangle and square in the 2-3 zone. He'll get that one, but they're gonna have to go for wing 3-pointers, and it's very tough. They're not gonna have anything on the corner, and they're gonna have to fight against your guards to get something at the top. Now, if they start targeting the top a little bit more, like I'm pretty sure you can see, they're starting to work from the top and come down. If they start targeting the top, you're gonna see how I switch it up on them. So we give them back the ball, we drop into the 2-3 zone. Now they're working from the top of the key. right? Again, if they're gonna go right into the center, that's how it's gonna end 80% of the time. You gotta live with that 20%. Because once again, you can't take away everything. It's basketball. As you can see, they're trying to go top key. I'm just staying with my corners. I'm staying with my forwards, locking down that corner pass. He has nothing. I'm locking down that corner pass. You see how it makes the zone spread out more? If you don't do this, your zone tends to collapse. When you use the corners, for some reason I realize your guards tend to play smarter than your forwards in the zone. So it's better to use the forwards to start out. Your guards don't tend to sink in. Your forwards will sink in as soon as the drive comes in, and then the corner three is open. But look at this. Now they're gonna have to go top of the key. There's nothing in the corner. Every time they come down the court, there's nothing in the corner for them. I've locked that down with my forwards. Triangle and square. That's your best friend. 2-3 zone, your best friend is triangle and square. Right? Force them to make a play at the top of the key. That's a tough shot. He hit it though. But these are the type of shots guys are gonna have to hit against you if you're playing this type of defense, right? And drop back into the 2-3 zone. They're gonna have to go for those quick wing three-pointers right in between the top of the key and the corner. They're not going to be able to go right into the corner. So the options are really limited for them. What a scoop by Kawhi. Their options are going to be limited. 2-3 zone, we're going to drop back into it. And this is against the Brooklyn Nets. Not everybody has weapons like these guys, so think about it. Again, these are those corners. Force them to make a play top of the arc. Now they made a play at the top of the arc. You're seeing that it started to open up for them. This is when you switch your focus. Now we're going to use our guards, and we're going to take away the top of the key and force them back to the corner. And it's just cat and mouse, man. You got to chase them off of where they get comfortable. Let them get comfortable, chase them off. So you see now he's taking tough shots. I'm there. I'm using my guards now. X circle. Your guards are X circle. Your forwards are triangle square. Now you can see I'm using X circle. Quick. You know, there's nothing there for him. Now he's trying to go back corner. It's stuffed up. Right? I'm telling you guys, try this out. Try it in a scrimmage. Try it against your friends. Practice it. Get used to switching. Get used to what players work in which zone. Because I'm telling you, he has to go for those wing threes. That's the only thing that's going to be open. Nothing in the corner, nothing up top. Very limited. So once again, we drop into the zone. We're using our guards this time. You know, taking away passes, taking away cross-court passes. We don't want them whipping it over to an open guy. Oh, good ball movement by Durant. So some of those you're going to have to give up, unfortunately. But like I said, you're trying to take away the majority of three-point looks. This is probably the best way to do it. This is probably the best way to do it. So once again, we're going to drop back into the zone. And they're going to have to go attack middle. Your center's going to be there. If they get the rebound and you give up something like that, what can you do? But look at it, he missed it. So we're going to give him back the ball. We're going to drop back into the 2-3 zone again. We're using our guards because we were using the corners initially, the forwards, and we realized that they started attacking the top of the key. Now you can see I'm doubling. Double until somebody comes up there. Like if you have to take that shot, then you know. And then if he hits, like, these are the type of shots that guys are going to have to hit on you if you're using this, and they're going to fall very far in between. They're not going to really see guys hit those, especially online. Got a little fast break here. See if I can. Yeah. So we're back into the 2-3 zone again. We're using our guards. You know, little off-ball action. They're trying. Oh, they get Irving in the corner. He misses. Siakam was there. So you see how it's cat and mouse. You know, if you see, you have to read it and kind of see where they're playing towards. You know, if it's a good player and he's switching it up, well, then that means you have to switch it up as well, and you have to also play more balanced. But if you see a guy just driving baseline every single time. Usually your triangle and your square, take that away. You see a guy kicking to the corner, triangle, square, take that away. Once they realize nothing's there, they're going to try to attack the top. And that's when you switch to your guards, you double team, you get the ball out of the hands, you know. They're going to force bad shots. And that's just what this defense does. It makes you force a lot of bad shots. We're going to drop back into this zone defense again. I'm going to show you one more time. Look at this. We're using our guards. You know, if they force bad shots, they force bad shots. But it's really hard. Drop back in the 2-3 zone. We're using the top 2 guards. As you can see, they're trying to attack again from the top. It ain't happening. Once again, if they force those mid-range shots, even if he makes that one, you gotta live with it. But you're trying to take away the 3-point shot, and then you have your center in the paint to take away the dunks. I suggest using a better center than Marc Gasol if you're going up against a team that is more likely to drive in. I suggest using a better center or a more defensive center than Marc Gasol. You know, if you're going old school, Shaq, DeAndre Jordan in his prime. If you're going now, maybe a Gobert, you know. But for this video, because they're 3-point shooters, you want to have good forwards. Good guards is always a bonus too. Like I said, try it out with your friends. Try it out in scrimmage. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment box below. I'll be sure to answer. But this is basically how you run the 2-3 zone. Like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, and start practicing, because this will make you unstoppable. That's a good ball movement, and there's not much I can really do about that. There are going to be guys who can do that, but for the most part, we're taking away a lot of those easy 3-point looks, man, because it's a team like Brooklyn, you know what they're trying to do. When you have a team with Joe Harris, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant, you know they're probably going to run 4 out, 1 in, and try to bomb 3-pointers. Look how I run him off of the 3-point line. You got to take a tough mid-range shot. Or you got to hit quick wing threes, which is that spot right when the 3-point arc bends, right in between the corner and the top of the arc. That's where they're gonna have to shoot from, and they're gonna have to do it quickly. Like from right there, that's the only way. But again, if you're using all 5 guys, you should be able to take it away. But you see they're attacking from the top. You know, we're doubling them up. Some guys are a bit more balanced. You know, they'll mix it up. They'll try to go baseline, then they'll try to go top, then they'll try to drive. Like, they'll mix it up, and that's when you got to know how to mix up your defense too. But as you can see, he's trying to attack at the top of the key. So my focus is up there. Look at that. That's where my focus has to be, because that's where I see he's attacking. If he starts driving baseline again and starts hitting corner threes again, that's when I go back and I start using my forwards, triangle and square. But as you can see right now, the computer's still trying to attack top of the key. So we're using our guards. That's a good shot by Kyrie. Give him back the ball. So I will have more videos coming out soon. I know I was on a bit of a break, but I'm back at it again. More videos to follow. Stay tuned. Like I said, subscribe, like, share, do what you have to do, get it around, because you know, I'm trying to show you guys the stuff that's going to negate all that toxic gameplay that you guys see with guys trying to cheese with certain players. You know, I'm trying to put an end at it, one video at a time. So I appreciate the support, all the early support, and stay tuned for more videos. Peace.